Can I speak? Do you hear?
You want your backup day?
I use my camera exact, so I go away from the sun.
Yeah, they said
Yeah,
it on time.
you come outside here. Can you hear me? Ladies and gentlemen, Deputy Prime Minister Cooper, Minister Lightbourne, former Prime Minister Minnis, and High Commissioner Rossetti, parents, students, distinguished guests, and members of the press. When I first came to this very spot, it was 4 years ago, and it was actually as a tenant in one of the small flats here at the back, and I would have never imagined 4 years later to be here with such distinguished company to be inaugurating this wonderful new building. It's an incredible honor and privilege to have you here today for our opening, so thank you so much for being here. Today is more than the inauguration of a new building. Today is more than the inauguration of a new building. Today is us reaffirming our commitment to an outstanding education here in the Bahamas. Today of the Bahamas. And also it's an opportunity to celebrate the uniqueness of what students coming from across the world can benefit from here with us. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, we're part of Inspired Education Group, the leading global group of premium schools. And as a group, we have invested here in the Bahamas $85 million in across our campus and also these beachfront boarding facilities. This investment reflects our long-term commitment to the country and to delivering a top-tier education on a par with some of the best schools across the world, schools that some people might reserve to global cities like New York, London, or Singapore. So what we are aiming to do is offer an outstanding education in one of the most beautiful countries in the world. An education that will allow our students to flourish and embrace life as the leaders of tomorrow. With our boarding facility, we're giving access to students across the Bahamas to our program. And we are further enhancing that access with our scholarship program, a comprehensive scholarship program that also allows students to benefit from education via the student scholarship, for example, in any of our schools worldwide. We're creating opportunities for students coming to us to benefit from exchanges across any of our 121 schools across the world. And we're bringing young people from across the Inspired group of schools here to the Bahamas to experience this unique environment and unique heritage. And imagine the cultural mix that this boarding house is going to benefit from. Imagine the spark to innovation and creativity that having that mix of heritage and mix of cultures is going to inspire. One of the things I'm most excited about, parents, is for these 50 students who are going to be here, is for the unique education that they're going to be able to experience. It's about stepping outside of the classroom and really experiencing learning in its real form, outside. Imagine the opportunities for students to embrace marine science or conservation directly here in this wonderful environment. And again, all of this supported by first-class teachers who are also benefiting from best practices taken from across the world. We've got wonderful educators. We have wonderful boarding school educators as well, such as the head of boarding, Matthew Taylor. And I'm sure that they will agree that the first thing that we want to do is to create a home from home. That's one of the most important aspects of a boarding school education. You need to create an environment that feels safe so that students can step outside of their comfort zone and embrace challenge, because it is in that space where they grow and develop. It is via that peer encouragement, is via relationships, strong relationship, nurturing relationships between teachers and students that our children can take those risks. All of this would not have been possible without the partnership with our Bahamian partners. And from Moscow, that built the whole of this facility, proudly employing 100% Bahamian workforce, and many of the other local partners and businesses that provide the vital services for our learning community to thrive. We're building a lasting partnership here in the Bahamas, and we are proud of it. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Inspired Education Group, I want to thank you, parents, for entrusting your children to us. I want to thank our educators for their belief in our vision and for their dedication to the learning of our students. And I want to thank our friends, partners, and supporters for helping to make all of this possible. Thank you. And it gives me great pleasure to welcome the Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Chester Cooper. Let's give him a warm round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. Rossetti. Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me recognize my cabinet colleague, Minister Lightburn, former Prime Minister, Dr. Minnis, parents, teachers, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic lodge, if I might call it that. I come from a little town in Forbes Hill, Little Exuma, with a beach as beautiful as this one. So it's truly heartwarming to be able to marry the beauty of our country with the education that you will have an opportunity to receive here. So I know that you will consider yourself extremely fortunate to have the opportunity to be a part of this magnificent school and to every day go to the beach, if you will, and certainly enjoy the clean air and the fine environment of our country. I am honored to be here today on behalf of Prime Minister Davis, who's asked me to share his greetings and his pride in this occasion. He wanted me to assure you of his deep belief in the work being done here and in the importance of this new lodge for the future of education in the Bahamas. On my own behalf, I want to congratulate you. I happen to be the minister responsible for investments and, of course, tourism. And certainly I want to tell you that wherever in the world I go to have a conversation about living, working, or playing in the islands of the Bahamas, one of the first questions I am asked is, what is the quality of education and the quality of healthcare? Today you have made a bold investment and a bold step in helping us to improve the overall offering of our country, to make it easier, certainly to attract even more investments to our country. This is an investment, but it's a lot more than just that. But certainly I congratulate you. I thank you for your confidence in the Bahamas and certainly wish you every success. I stand here myself as someone whose life was shaped in many ways deeply personal through education and in the humble beginnings of a young boy in a little town, as I mentioned, in Exuma, where my father passed away when I was only 5 years old. I grew up in a home where my mother carried the weight of raising us alone. She worked, she struggled, and yet she never go one day without reminding us all of the importance of education. Education truly was indeed to be the surest way forward. And I remember her sitting with me late at night, reminding me that schoolwork came before play. And I remember her coming home tired from work, but asking that day what I had learned. And I remember the teachers who saw potential in me, sometimes before I could see it in myself. And there were those days I doubted, days when the work felt heavy or the future was far away. But in those moments, someone was there always, a teacher, a parent, a neighbor, a friend, pushing me to keep going. And without them, I would not be standing here before you as Deputy Prime Minister today. And there's an old adage of it taking a village to raise a child. And today I am delighted that you have here in this lodge a village especially created for you. And that is why I know deep in my bones that education has had the impact on me, and it will have that impact on you as well. When I look at this facility, it is certainly truly impressive. And I had occasion to take my son, who's 14, to boarding school a year ago. And I will tell you that when I send him the photographs of this facility and the beach, he will certainly be very envious, and I hope that he will opt to return home. And I hope in the future you will have a great soccer academy as well that will help to convince him. But a child who leaves home for the first time, leaves home uncertain and nervous, a child who carries the responsibility far beyond their years, sometimes face great trepidation, a child who needs a community that tells them you belong and you can succeed, is truly sometimes waking up each day wondering what their next move will be. But this lodge will be that community of comfort, that village, as I mentioned. It will be a place where students from family islands can pursue opportunities without distance holding them back. It will welcome international students into a school that reflects both excellence and the warmth of the Bahamas, a place that will hopefully nurture new ambassadors for the Bahamas, a place where international students will come and immerse in our culture, learn of our environment, our marine resources, and go back to their home countries, eventually telling the world that it's truly better in the Bahamas, I hope. And for every student, this place will be a home where they learn resilience, independence, and responsibility, lessons that last long after schoolwork is finished. So as Deputy Prime Minister, I cannot speak about my personal journey without talking about leadership of education in our country. And our Prime Minister has made clear that education is central to our national future. And that is why we're reforming our curriculum to meet modern needs, expanding technical and vocational training, improving digital access for children in every island. And I see the Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Education here present, no doubt in full force representing the fine Minister of Education, who I'm sure sends her love and greetings. King Speaks Lodge is part of the broader mission. It reflects the truth that education is not confined to the classroom, and the environment which young people live and learn, the support, the discipline, the encouragement shapes them as much as lessons taught. And to students who will walk through these doors, I want you to know something from my own life. There were moments when I doubted, moments when life felt unfair and the path uncertain. But because I had that village, and because teachers kept pushing me forward, I discovered I could achieve more than I believed. There may be those times when you feel overwhelmed or unsure if you can continue But in these moments, remember this, you will not be alone here. You're part of a community that believes in you. You're part of a nation that needs you. And what you learn and live here will carry you further than you imagine. So today, Principal and Mr. Taylor and all of the teachers and parents here, I congratulate you once more. I extend gratitude on behalf of Prime Minister, the government, and the people of the Bahamas. Your determination and your vision as an institution is evident in this achievement today. And I congratulate you once more. To the parents, your sacrifices will sustain the future of your children and the nation. And to the students, you are the reason for this lodge. And what you do here will matter, not just for your own lives, but for the strength of our communities, our country, and the world. The measure of a nation and our international community is found in how its children are prepared. Do we provide them with the tools, the encouragement, and the opportunities to succeed? And I am delighted that what I see here today will certainly position you to meet the world in fine form. I am delighted that you are committed to offering these facilities to students from around the Family Islands. And I hope that when I have the opportunity to visit with you again, I will have occasion to meet students from Eleuthera and Grand Bahama and Abaco. And I believe you have one from Exuma already. I think that's a great island to start from, if I might say so myself. But I thank you for the opportunity. I challenge you to provide even more scholarships for children in the Bahamas who would not ordinarily be able to receive education at King's College. I congratulate you, and may this lodge be remembered in years to come as the place where countless young people, they found their voices, they found their courage, and they found their future. Congratulations, God bless you. I wish you every success.
Minister, you have to cut.
Uh-huh.
Can you take some photos with
Sorry, go ahead. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. I got it. Oh, you mean because they're moving that podium?
Yeah, I don't want to fall.
I got it.
We're now about to see the official cutting.
It's on.
I do not know. I don't think something like that.
You think it wasn't on at all time?
So getting out and got it still. That wasn't on, that's true.
It wasn't on me.
Oh, that on.
Ladies and gents, we're going to move inside now. Please, you're welcome to help yourselves to some refreshments, to chat, and then we will be doing a tour of the building again once the Deputy Prime Minister has made his way out. Okay?
Would it be good to do the tour on the one so you could actually hear me versus all these people?
I'd say,
Yeah, so that, because with all the...
yeah.
Everything's trying.
You want me to continue the Instagram or cut it now?
We did it earlier, but it was too much.
So this is the
Yeah, we're gonna do it now. I never did anything last year.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's
We can
good.
put this on.
Thank you.
So,
So that you could see it. There was so many people. Yeah, so you can actually see what we talked about with the can. How are you? Ready?
and we, 3, 2, 1.
We are going to take you on a tour of the boarding house. It's just, and I can't wait for you to check it out. Check it out, and I can't wait for you to check it out. Check it out. So many years ago, many years ago, but standing shower. You can go in and check it out. Different rooms that they have here. And when we get to talk to some of the team later, we'll find out exactly, do some stretching. I mean, they can lift weights. They have the whole 9 yards. And who gets to do that? Who gets to, we're gonna do a set. We're gonna do a set, right? A set means two, because in the mirror, all of it is. And so if they working out in the gym, and their abilities are endless here, and I am just very, as the Deputy Prime Minister said, sorry, very envious. That's the area for the kitchen and the area for the family room where they want to, you know, have a chance to really like watch TV. Permission or help with them. So that's amazing. So as you see, all right. And so as you can see, there's different areas. You got Jenga. So tell us, how has today been? What has this experience been like, meeting everyone and having them see it for the first time after all your hard work?
That's a chance to shape these students' lives, and that's really what we're hoping to do.
That's awesome. I want you to tell us a little bit.
We would have had 37 students staying in the boarding house. So we've got exchanges, we've started. I think our vision for the exchange program that is vital to Inspired as a school, and just as special, you know, as what you can get in London or what you can get anywhere else in the world.
That's amazing. I love the flexi that you have is able to have when they come to a boarding school like this. I'm someone, I went to traditional high school.
I think in our homes, I do it for my own daughters, right? I will things for our boarders. We explain to them about routines, we give them the support they need, but there's a lot of in that time really on their own. And yeah, they can help us, but they will often ask for help from each other. So I had
question.
Yeah, sure.
What drew you to this opportunity to pour back? Like you said, you're an English teacher and now head of boarding. What drew you to this?
I got into teaching because I think teenage years are particularly challenging for teenagers, and I really felt I wanted to work alongside students who are curious. We have students who are ambitious. That's a real opportunity to get started.
This is my final question for real. For Bahamians, some of them may have never done boarding school, and like even though they're still technically in the Bahamas, but they're having that boarding school. What do you think some advantages?
So the Bahamas is such a going on in Europe, in America, and parts of South America that is now accessible to that student who's living on a key out in.
Oh, because like you said, the education is there, but also their counterparts. People talk about that when they go to university. They're like, you're not.
Portuguese boys or Brazilian boys have already said, A, can we stay longer? And B, we're going to tell our.
He said if we go somewhere quiet. It's hard. Okay, so I just had it years ago. This is a lot in 4 years.
Now,
So
this is buildings for the whole of the Bahamas, and then we have students coming to us from across the world on technologies such as AI, for instance, that we have implemented and inspired, bringing the learning outside of the classroom onto the beach, doing marine science, and
had the opportunity to see everything. Just want to check. Did we want to see the terrace? One of the things that I didn't show you is the kitchen area. So you'll get to see where they'll eat breakfast and check out before we sign off. And of course the beach, because we're on the beach. So we can't end the live without showing you the awesome view. So the sun, they might want a beach feel and go there, or they can come and sit and using your flashcards, studying with your friends for a test. We got a test tomorrow and I'm drilling, go to bed. This is the view that they have when they've had a long day. Like I may live here. Kings Beach Lodge House. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I hope you enjoyed